Okay, we're in Lab 125. Get some more guidance this time. So, we need to make these retract at the same time. Now, because of the way they're set up, they're going to we need to make them extend at the same time. They're going to retract differently. But because of the way they're set up, we need to adjust the pressure and the flow to match. So the flow coming out is going to be restricted to the flow that's coming out from this side as well, or it's going to match. Okay, so the pressure going in, this one, the top cylinder gets pressure directly from the motor, okay, with only the actuator, okay, whereas the bottom cylinder gets pressure that comes from the motor to from the actuator to this pressure control valve, okay, the pressure dump or pressure reducer, sorry, for the pressure reducer, and then here, so this cylinder, this regulator, this gauge is actually monitors the pressure for the bottom cylinder, and the top gauge monitors for the top cylinder. So bottom to bottom, top to top. I think I said that wrong the first time, but that's right. Top to top, bottom to bottom. Okay? So I've got it dialed in. Now, they will extend at the same time, okay? And, but they're coming back in. They do not retract at the same time, and that's because of the way they're set up. So we're going to turn them on. So we got our pressure side, okay? Now, we have a zero pressure already. See, this one's at 0, and this one is actually a bit high. I think it's just off a touch. But there's no pressure right now, so. Oh, it's actually climbing. No, it isn't. It climbed just a little bit. So there is a little bit of pressure. We're looking at about 300 kPa. Okay? So what we're looking for, I adjusted this out to about 3/4 of a turn, the pressure reducer, and then I closed this mostly. I couldn't tell you how much, to be honest with you. But now, with the actuator, so now we have here, boom. But then the top one comes back in faster, okay? So we want it to extend fast, okay? So it extends evenly. And when extending, we've got equal pressure. No. So we've got about 80 psi or kPa, 800 kPa when coming out, and down here it's none. But coming back in, we've got the 80, and up here we have none, or very low. It's like 40 or 50. Okay. So the pressure that feeds the incoming pressure comes directly to here, right after the gauge, and the lower cylinder actually goes through this pressure reducing valve, and then into the gauge, and then into the lower cylinder, which is why the lower cylinder normally will operate slower, because the pressure is being reduced down there. And the only reason you have up here is controlling the flow the fluid that is leaving the first chamber of the cylinder, and then it comes back over here. So boom. In order to get them to retract inward, we probably have to switch the hoses in the direction that they go. But that wasn't what I don't think you want us to do that. So